Coming up, Vice President Kamala Harris has been endorsed by all your major Democrat elite politicians to be the presidential candidate of 2024 to replace Joe Biden. What does this mean for black men? What does this mean for men in general? Also, the body cam footage for Sonya Massey, the young lady who was killed out in Illinois, just outside of Chicago, by a police officer, has been released. We're going to talk about that and more on this episode number 74 of Up to Speed with Tripp Simpson. We'll be right back.
I'd rather get it out the mud than get it for free. I'd rather settle it up front than run and retreat. I son these niggas just for fun, no need for caprice. And if you tell me that I'm done, you must think I'm deceased. With every breath I take, I'm taking it further. Fuck the word a couple times and deserter. Killing niggas off with every word, I'm talking first degree murder. Just sit back, relax, be the observer. See niggas really want me out of line, I'm seeing the signs. Every time I speak what's on my mind, I'm reaching divine. No, I need my mental realign, so I'm taking my time. But I can't let these people just define what they don't understand. I'm a real nigga, it's deep in my veins. And if you cut me open right now, you'd understand the reason I speak with the pain. I know a lot of people seek my defeat and it's strange, cause they gon' be the real reason I peak with the fame. All these opinions from people who never made it, I truly would rather speak with the greatest. I'm talking Drake, Cole, and Lil Wayne. Man, I know I ain't famous, but I'ma make them seek me out when they play this. The name is King Art, reppin' that Southeast. Niggas always doubt me, but I keep it real. Other niggas hella mouthy. Pillow talking niggas always saying shit about me. Every time we bring it up, the conversation get cloudy, so I learn to move different. I never ask for permission, only forgiveness from the people who would choose to listen. A lot of niggas turn they back, I guess they mood switching. I tried to hold it all in, but man, it's too tempting. Listen, we don't compare, I thought you knew different. I thought you knew better than this, I guess you fools slipping. See, jealousy gon' take control and have you tomb digging. And we gon' leave you in that bowl like the spoon missing.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of Up to Speed with Tripp Simpson. I am your host, Tripp Simpson, in the building.
The first of his name, Lord of the Seven Kingdoms and Protector of the Realm.
That's right. And before we get this live stream going tonight, ladies and gentlemen, first and foremost, you know, we got to handle business. Let's get it.
Family moving up in the business. I know you're gonna look after family.
What family you talking about, Ice?
Fuck, I look invisible, nigga.
That's right. I am not invisible, so do me a favor. If you're watching live on YouTube, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, tap that notification bell, and select all. If you are watching live on Facebook, hit that like button, hit that share button. And also, if you're watching on Instagram, hit that like button, hit that share button. No matter what platform you're watching, do not forget to participate in the live chat below. Help me get this struggle stream off into the algorithm. Let's get it. Now, real quick, if you're on Instagram, Instagram only lets me do an hour. So I'm gonna try to put your attention to the bottom of the screen. And you can see how to log into my YouTube page, because Instagram's only going to last for a little while, and then you'll have to switch over to YouTube. So my YouTube page at Trippin Aint Easy TV. If you go to youtube.com, you can watch the full show there as well. Now, let's get to this, man. Real quick though, man. I was watching Tubi the other day, and I saw this really interesting commercial. And I want to put you nasty Negroes on notice today. That's right. All you grocery eating dudes, better beware. They got this new product out that, in my opinion, is extremely dangerous. Especially if you out here munching on booty. All right? If you out here munching on booty, you better watch out, man. Let me show y'all something real quick. You dudes better steer clear. 1 second. Let's get this thing going, man. All right, here we go. Check this out, man.
Just a pea-sized amount of Lumi applied between your butt cheeks like this. I will demonstrate. Just kidding, I won't. Like this. Up, butt cheeks, tailbone. Rubs in like a lotion. Easy, easy peasy. I know what a lot of you are thinking. A deodorant for private parts? Just take a shower. And I know this because you leave that comment on social media. So let's face it, there's a lot going on down there. Everything is really close together. So for the sake of argument, I'm gonna call it the crotch. We put Lumi to the test and compared it to a shower. 12 hours after a shower with soap and water, the average crotch has an odor score of 5 to 6 out of 10, with 10 being the worst odor ever and 0 being no odor. 12 hours after a shower and applying Lumi, you're at a 0 out of 10, no odor all day. I'm not a mathematician, but I think it means that Lumi is infinitely more effective than a shower alone. So just take a shower or shower with Lumi and be 0 out of 10.
All right. Now y'all see, these people are crazy, man. These people are crazy. These people are absolutely crazy. Fellas, don't get caught slipping. Don't get caught slipping. If you go into a female's bathroom and look in her medicine cabinet or look under a sink and you see Lumi, run, bro. Run. That's all I got to say. So you nasty Negroes, y'all better watch out. Y'all better watch out because it's not a game out here. All right. So let's get into some more serious topics. I just had to let y'all know about that real quick. All right. So before we get to the main topic of the night, which is going to be Kamala Harris, first, I got to address this Sonya Massey shooting video. Now, of course, we all know we're heading up to another election and the Democrats are desperate for another George Floyd situation. So right now, all the left-leaning news outlets and blog sites are trying to turn the shooting of Miss Massey, which is tragic, into a racial issue. And somehow, some way, this is all Donald Trump's fault. I mean, it's crazy to me how they managed to blame this man for every single time something happens to a black person involving police. It's like that show 6 Degrees of Kevin Bacon. They just start reaching right away. But anyways, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna go through the body cam footage and we're gonna see for ourselves what's going on here, okay? So give me a second. Let me get this body cam footage up. And then we'll get to business. All right, give me a second. All right, let me get that on the screen. Sorry, guys. What's better? All right. Let's do it like that. All right, let's go.
Okay.
Your ID. One task at a time, so let's do an ID.
Let's go back.
You have an ID, doesn't make things so much easier. I just driver's license will do, and then I'll get out of your hair.
I want to show y'all my paperwork.
I will get your paperwork.
What paperwork?
Okay. I got some paperwork.
Well, just get your ID.
Well, let's get your ID first, and then
one task at a time here.
Okay. Let me
Here, grab your ID for me.
Okay.
Your ID. One task at a time. So let's do an ID, and then you can dig around for your paperwork.
I don't know where my ID is.
you got in that stack right there, maybe.
Okay. 1 second.
Check on her.
Let me get this.
We don't need a fire while we're here.
All right. Okay. Let me see. Okay. Where you going?
Huh?
Where you going?
Away from your hot steaming water.
Away from
Now let me give you guys some context here. Now, the police came to her house because she called them because she thought somebody was prowling outside of her property, and they ended up coming into her house because I think they asked her for an ID or something. Anyway, regardless, I don't think she wanted them in her house, but she let them in. So now they're in her house after she called for them, and that's where we are right now. And it seems like at this point, everything's cool. They're laughing, they're joking, and then things just go left.
My husband in the water?
Yeah.
Oh, I would rebuke you in the name of Jesus. I rebuke you in the name of Jesus.
You better fucking not. I swear to God, I'll fucking shoot you right in the fucking face.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Drop the fucking pot! Drop the fucking pot! Drop the fucking pot!
Team shots fired.
Shots fired! Shots fired! Drop the fucking pot!
Now, I mean, that's insane to me. Like, now, that's insane. All right. But I want to be fair because somebody took the time out of their day to show a slower version of the video to try to make it seem like she was throwing the pot. So let me see if I can find that real quick. I think it's on Twitter here. Yeah, I got it in my bookmarks. All right, so let's check that out. All right, so this is the slow motion version. All right, are you guys following? Slow motion. I don't know. Slow motion version. I don't know, man. I don't know. What y'all think? I mean, it's hard to tell because now here's the thing. In slow motion, it appears as if she's throwing the pot, but look to the right of her. Look to the right. You see that? It looks like she's already been shot. What's that red mark on her? Is that blood? It appears as if she's already been shot, and that's when the pan flops out of her hand. And even still, he's so far away from her, that water wouldn't have hit him. What y'all think? Somebody said, shout out to hashtag factuals. He says she tried to cover herself. Possibly, yeah. Possibly. Let's go one more time. And it's slow motion, so like you can't take slow motion for a real-time reaction. A real-time reaction is completely different. You can slow down anything and make it look the way you want to make it look. You can definitely do that. You can definitely do that. So, I mean, here's my take. Now, I'm typically very, very objective when it comes to these police shootings lately. I'm very objective. And I can honestly say that most of the ones that have been getting extraordinary coverage have been justified. But in this particular situation, I can't call this justified. It appears as if she jokingly told him, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus, and he flipped out. He flipped out. Like they were chilling the whole time. Nice, calm, humored conversation. Then it escalates to I'll shoot you in the effing face. I mean, as a cop, you have to use your better judgment. I mean, yeah, the lady appeared kind of off to me straight out the gate. And honestly, I didn't show, in the best interest of time, I did not show the entire body cam footage. If you want to see it, you can go to Police Activity on YouTube. They have the entire, all the footage that's been released to the public. You can see it. And their whole interaction the whole time from when they pulled up was good until she said, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus. And he said, you better not, and then starts shooting. But like I said, the lady appeared kind of off to me straight out the gate. I mean, number one, her house is an absolute mess and she's got junk and bullshit everywhere. So right there, I know if I'm a cop, I'm dealing with a person that may not be stable. But I don't know. To flip out that quick and draw your weapon over a little lady with a pot of water is odd. Now, granted, if she was going to throw it at him, he has every right to use his weapon. But based on the footage, I can't really tell if that's what she was doing. I can't really tell. Let's play it back one more time, just so I know we all ain't crazy. Okay, so Queen Damo, shout out to Queen Damo on Instagram. She states, She states that it was stated she had been diagnosed with schizophrenia. Yeah, it look. I mean, and she looked and seemed a little off. But I don't know. Let's go back. Let's check it out one more time. Let's check it out one more time and see what we got here. All right.
You have an ID, that'd make things so much easier. I just need just driver's license will do, and then I'll get out of your hair.
I want to show y'all my paperwork.
I will
What?
get your paperwork.
What paperwork?
Okay. I got some paperwork.
Well, just get your ID.
Well, let's get your ID first, and then
One task at a time here.
Okay. Let me
Here, grab your ID for me.
Okay.
Your ID. One task at a time. So let's do an ID, and then you can dig around for your paperwork.
I don't know where my ID is.
you stand that stack right there, maybe.
1 second.
Check on her.
Let me get this.
We don't need a fire while we're here.
All right. Okay.
All right, so he sends her to the stove. He sends her to the stove. All right.
Let me see. Okay.
All right, let's see.
Where you going?
Huh?
Where you going?
Away from your hot steaming water.
She says, where are you going? And he says, away from your hot steaming water. Okay.
Water.
Away from my hot steaming water?
Yeah.
Oh, I would rebuke you in the name of Jesus.
Okay. Okay. So once he says, I'm getting away from you and your hot steaming water, she says, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus. That's odd, but it doesn't sound like a threat.
I rebuke you in the name of
You better fucking not. I swear to God, I'll fucking shoot you in your fucking.
And okay, now, this is the part that's in question. This is the part that's in question to me. This is the part that you have to look at where we can't see what's going on behind this white thing in front of us, whatever that is on the counter. And I'm not justifying his actions at all because he could have just rolled out. Somebody's got a hot pot of water, you don't have to smoke them right then and there. Like that's crazy. But let's go back a little bit.
I swear to God, I'll fucking shoot you in your fucking face. You're fucking not. I swear to God, I'll fucking hot steaming water.
Away from my hot steaming water?
Yeah.
Oh, I would rebuke you in the name of Jesus.
Huh?
I rebuke you in the name of
You better fucking not. I swear to God.
See now, when he says you better effing not, is he saying you better? Is she holding the pot like she's gonna toss it at him? Is she holding the pot like she's gonna toss it at him? We don't know. So we can't assume.
I'll fucking shoot you in your fucking face.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Drop the fucking pot! Drop the fucking pot! Drop the fucking pot!
Shots fired.
Shots fired! Drop the fucking pot! Bring EMS now. We got a headshot wound to the female. 1078. Fuck.
I was on. I'm gonna go get my kit.
No, headshot. Bitch, you're actually done.
You heard that? She's still breathing. She's bleeding out. My man says, yo, I'm gonna go get my kit. And he says, nah, the hell with the kit. Look.
I'm gonna go get my kit.
No, headshot. Bitch, you're actually done. You can go get it, but that's a headshot. God damn it.
God, fuck.
And I understand where the partner is coming from because he's like, damn, like, I'm about to go down for this clown.
Damn, KBHN. Sheesh.
So, I mean, look, yeah. I mean, it's possible she could have made a threat or some sort of gesture to make him believe that she was gonna throw it. But it's really, to me, it's not clear in this body cam footage. So, I mean, in my opinion, he earned his 50-year sentence. I mean, if he would have just implemented just a smidget of self-control, this would have saved this man a whole lot of unnecessary problems. Not to mention his lack of empathy after she laid on the floor and bled out. They gonna cook his ass. They gonna cook him. And rightfully so. Now, I'm not sure of the exact reason why, But another thing to consider about this officer is that there are reports that this particular officer has been, he's been on like 6 different departments since 2021 when he first became a certified police officer for the state of Illinois. So that could speak to his character depending on the exact reasoning for why he jumped ship from department to department. I mean, at the end of the day, this was a very unfortunate situation. And my condolences go out to the family of the victim here. They really do. My condolences go out to the family of the victim. And like I said, my man earned his jail time. However, what I find to be really disturbing though, is the fact that they are going to try to turn this into a Black Lives Matter issue when police shootings in general are not a major problem in black communities. As a matter of fact, this particular cop is sitting in jail. He has no bond or no bail whatsoever. And he's being charged with first-degree murder and is facing damn near 50 years in prison for this. But you know who isn't? You know who isn't facing 50 years in prison? You know who isn't facing any jail time and will probably never be turned in? The person who did this.
This is another example of gun violence that we cannot have in our communities. We are sick and tired of this.
And off the top here at 6, strong words from the chief of police after the district's latest deadly shooting.
2 people killed, a 2-year-old child hurt after the incident in Southeast. Right now, the search is on for 3.
Real quick, let me answer #factuals. Actually, #factuals, look up the actual scenario. He's in jail right now with no bail and no bond. The police department has already disowned him. He's been charged with first-degree murder, and he's facing 45 years for first-degree murder and like 2 to 5 years for aggravated assault and some other shit. They're trying to hit him with premeditated murder. Like, for real. And it's Chicago, so Chicago ain't finna play. It's an overly Democrat town. Like, they not playing. It's right outside of Chicago, but you know what I mean. So, yeah, they're hitting him with murder 1, premeditated murder. But, yeah, let's... Check this out, though.
3 suspects.
And Lily Zhang has been on this story all day, and she joins us live from the scene with the very latest developments. Lily.
Angie, Kenneth, good evening to you. The area where this all happened is right behind us. This is off of 22nd and Alabama here in Southeast D.C. Now, this is where police have majority of the time spent their day today focusing on this parking lot right behind us. Now, police also have told us that that 2-year-old child was from a daycare group right here in Southeast D.C.
I also say, at this point in time, I'm calling on other government entities to step in if they care about the young people like they say they do, to step in and to force that daycare to move out of that shopping center.
That shopping center is where several police officers spent hours today. It is where they say 3 men and a 2-year-old girl were shot. Now, we are told that no one else in that daycare group that she was with was hurt. 2 of the 3 men shot have died. 1 was treated for non-life-threatening injuries. Police say the suspects jumped into a blue Dodge Charger with heavy tint. They have released images online, hoping that somebody recognized it. Now, people who live near here say they were frustrated to see this happening, and some admit that they do not have faith in significant changes.
How can we expect different from other communities if we got a problem within our own community? Like, it just don't make sense. Like, nothing nobody says makes sense. Politicians, regular people, everybody's just talking, but nobody is doing anything to change it. So it's no point. There's no point in talking about it.
We did reach out to a spokesperson for D.C. police. We were told that they do not plan to have any more press conferences this evening regarding this case. So we are going to stay on top of any updates that they do release. As for right now, police are asking anybody with information to come forward. Guys.
So there we have it. There we have it. Okay? 5 people shot, 2 dead, and 1 little girl shot in the chest in critical condition. This shit happened in broad daylight, right around the goddamn corner from 7D police station. At a busy shopping center, and nobody's seen nothing. Nobody's going to jail. And interestingly enough, nobody's protesting or looting or yelling, no justice, no peace. It's just normal, everyday life. But let a white man or a cop, no matter what race, but let a white man or a cop be involved and it's a goddamn national emergency. Where's Benjamin Crump? Where's Sean King? Where's Tamika Mallory and my son, the general? Nowhere to be goddamn found. Because it's not really about saving black lives. It's about making money and keeping you sold on the bullshit narrative that you're oppressed by the white man and that you need white liberals to save you. Make this shit make sense. How is the Sonya Massey shooting a bigger story than 19 people killed, one of which was an 8-year-old boy, and over 100 people shot on the 4th of July in Chicago this year? How is that a bigger story? And the killers are still on the loose. They're still on the loose. It's all a political game. It's all a political game. Shout out to JP says, where's Al Sharpton? It's all a political game. It's all a political game, and that's going to lead us to our topic of the night. That's going to lead us to our topic of the night. And I got to talk to the fellas. I got to talk to the fellas real quick. Fellas, we got to have a serious talk today. And I don't want the ladies to take no offense. It is what it is. I got to talk to the men. But I want y'all to participate too, because if you have anything worthwhile to say, I'll definitely give you an opportunity to do such once I finish giving my presentation. Or you can say what you got to say in the chat, and I'll try to address everybody I can. But fellas, we got to have a serious talk today. We got to have a serious talk, because what I'm seeing some of you niggas posting on social media about the current political climate is just downright ungodly. It's ungodly. Now, most of it is coming from baby boomers and older Gen Xers. But man, y'all niggas looking real suspect out here supporting Kamala Harris. I mean, politically speaking, okay? Politically speaking, this woman stands for everything that is inherently against you. And yes, black women are definitely giving her overwhelming support. No offense, but I expect that from women. I expect that shit from women. I expect a woman to make uninformed, illogical decisions based on their emotions. They're emotional creatures. That's actually a trait most women unfortunately possess in the 21st century. But for a group of men to follow up behind his woman and do the same is an abomination. And you niggas wonder why you feel oppressed in your own community. You niggas are completely controlled and manipulated by the women. And at this point, you can't blame the white man for your problems. All your problems originate due to the fact that you have no control over your community. Now, am I advocating for black men to step up and take the community back? Hell no, it's a dummy mission. In fact, I would advise you to abandon ship. This god-awful mess we call a community has to burn down completely. Now, if you can find a decent black woman to start a family with, that's great. but stack up your money and get her and your kids, if you have any, away from this culture. I'm telling y'all, we are at least 5 to 6 generations deep in baby mama culture, and at this point, we have pretty much lost our sense of morality, tradition, authority, and goodwill. It's gone. It is gone. It's gone. It's gone. It's gone. And it's so messed up because like these generations of people have been intermingling with the ones that's not like it's so mixed up and interbred at this point. It's no getting it out of the culture. It's no cleansing it. So I'm just warning the smart people, the smart black people, and not just black men, smart black men and women, to get your shit together and get the fuck away from these niggas. Get away from them. Get off the boat. Abandon ship, because it's going down. It's going down. It's definitely going down. Now, back on topic. Speaking of compromised baby boomers and older Gen Xers, let's look at this clown Van Jones. Let's look at this clown Van Jones, man. We gotta look at Van Jones. This guy is about 50 years old, I believe, 50 years old, 52, 53 years old. And every chance this pansy gets, he has to cry on national television to try to get his point across. He is a precise example of what I be talking about when I say these baby boomers and older Gen Xers are suspect. Let's get this video up. Give me a second. Let's get this video up, man. Shit, where's this shit at? Twitter or YouTube? Hold on. Here we go.
And it's kind of like when you're, even people who are pushing for this to happen, it's kind of like when your grandpa, you got to take the keys, and everybody, you got to take his keys, you got to take his keys, you got to, and he's fighting, and everybody's so frustrated, and then you finally get the keys back, and then you just cry. Because this is somebody that you love, this is somebody that you care about, this is somebody who was there for you, this is somebody, you wouldn't be here without him, and you have to take something from him. Now, this is not, look, this politics is politics, but this is a human moment for one of the great humans in America. This is a huge moment for him, for his family, for all of us who love him, for all of us who wanted him to get across the finish line. But if you're a young person watching this, this is leadership. This is patriotism. This is what it means to put the country first, and put the party first, and put the cause first. When your arm gets tired, you let somebody else finish pitching the game. That's what Joe Biden is.
Hold up, pause. I got that thug in love. Pause. Did this man just say when your arm gets tired, you let somebody else finish the game? That's pause, man. That's gotta be a pause. That thug in love. All right, let's go. Let me stop being immature. Let's get through this.
It's done. And he's done that for all of us. And so I just want to say, I don't know who's going to be the VP, the non-VP. I don't know anything about politics. I just know that I love this man. I care about this man. It was painful every day to sit up here and talk about him like he's just a, some problem for the party.
That nigga gay, nigga gay, nigga gay, nigga gay, nigga gay, nigga gay, nigga gay. Nigga gay, good nigga gay.
Listen to this clown. Listen to this.
Wait till we get to the convention. You're gonna see people crying, standing, screaming, cheering. He may not get a chance to talk for 10 minutes. We finally get a chance to put our arm around this guy. You did the right thing for this country. You did the right thing for this party. All of us are gonna be in this situation someday. And I hope that we take a moment to honor this man and to love this man. I love Joe Biden. I appreciate what he's done. And a lot of people are heartbroken today. Even if it's the right thing, it's still just horrible.
Van Jones is a disgusting human being. A disgusting human being. Why do I say that? Not because I think it's disgusting for a man to cry, but I think it's disgusting for a man to fake cry on TV to try to get his point across. People cry. Yes, men do have emotions, but as a man, you're supposed to keep your emotions intact. If your mom dies, fuck it, cry. Your dad dies, your grandma dies, your auntie dies, your cousin dies, your brother dies, cry. But Joe Biden relinquishes his spot to be the next president of the United States, and you're crying? You're crying. I don't know how you niggas associate yourselves with liberalism and Democrats. Every one of these liberal Democrat Negroes that you see on TV are all effeminate. There's no masculine Democrat dudes on TV. Where are they? You niggas are crazy, bro. You're crazy. You're crazy, man. Anyway, that was disgusting. That was disgusting. Van Jones is disgusting. And as black men, we have to get our shit together and stop associating ourselves with these type of people and stop aligning ourselves with the type of things that these type of people align themselves with. Now, to get back on topic, which is Kamala Harris, because that's what we all want to talk about. We got to take a serious look. We got to take a serious look at this Kamala Harris trend that's been sweeping through the black community for the past day or two. Now, if we were to just do a quick run through of Kamala's political record as a district attorney and as a senator, it wouldn't take a rocket scientist to see that nothing she has ever supported has been beneficial to the quote-unquote black quote-unquote community. But somehow, some way, black women want us to forget about all those things and vote for her anyway. But why? That's the magic question. Why? It's because subconsciously, they feel like they would be the winners of some imaginary ethnic competition so they can have bragging rights about being able to say the first black woman president of the United States, or the first woman president of the United States was black. That's all this is about. That's all this is about. Even though neither her nor Joe Biden has an actual agenda that's beneficial to them or any other American citizen, we're supposed to put all that to the side so they can have bragging rights. I'm telling you. Ask any black woman that supports Kamala Harris, ask any one of them why they support her. Ask them. Ask any one of them why they support her. The only solid answer you're going to get out of them will be something pertaining to her being a black woman. They can't name anything great she's ever done besides be a black woman who won a political race or two. I mean, this woman is a total airhead. She's a total airhead. I can barely stomach listening to her talk. And yes, I have a couple of good examples for you. Let's go to the videotape. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Let's start here.
You know, what can be unburdened. I can imagine what can be and be unburdened by what has been. You know, what can be unburdened by what has been. What can be.
Hold on, real quick. Let me address I Am Chrissy on Instagram. She says, Project 2025 is gonna happen regardless of whoever's in office. I got a secret for you, Chrissy. Project 2025 doesn't bother me. We're going to get right back to Kamala, but let me address this Project 2025 stuff just so we can move on and I don't have to talk about it no more. Project 2025 is a plan that has derived from a group called the Heritage Foundation, which have been around for the past 70 years. Every time there's a presidential election, they offer their recommendations for both sides of the aisle. They do not restrict themselves to only Republicans. Okay? They are a Christian nationalist organization that wants Christian policies. That's what they want. Now, Donald Trump has already stated over and over again that he's not fooling with them, because if you haven't noticed, Donald Trump is not even crazy conservative like that. He's actually more of a moderate. And if you go to his website, which I've already covered on this stream several times, donaldjtrump.com/agenda47, you can see exactly what Donald Trump plans to do when he's president. And all of that shit makes sense. All of it makes sense. But to me, Project 2025 ain't that bad. I'm speaking for myself. I'm not speaking for Trump. Project 2025 ain't that bad. Project 2025 is the grim reality that America needs to face because we're too effed up at this point. Our culture is too toxic. So all the freedoms and liberties that all these people have taken advantage of for years and exploited, when you get a group like the Heritage Foundation coming out with a Project 2025, that's an answer to all the ills and the sickness of our culture. That's a Christian point of view of them attempting to correct it. It'll never happen because this ain't a Christian country anymore. So all this Project 2025 talk is insane. Donald Trump already has disavowed it. He's already said he ain't rocking with them. But a lot of you need Project 2025 on the real. A lot of you need it. But we're not going to dwell on that. Let's get back to cackling Kamala.
Unburdened by what has been. What can be. Unburdened by what has been. What can be. Unburdened by what has been. What we can see, what we believe can be. Unburdened by what has been. What 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 can be. Unburdened by what has been. Who we can be. Unburdened by who we have been. What can be. Unburdened by what has been.
Who told her that this was bars? Who told her that this was bars? These are not bars, bro. These are not bars. We're gonna get into how a airhead like Kamala Harris even got into politics. We're gonna get into that. But right now, we're just gonna keep letting her sound stupid.
Where we can be, unburdened by where we have been, and unburdened by where we are right now. What can be, unburdened by what has been. What can be, unburdened by what has been. What can be, unburdened by what has been. What could be, unburdened by what had been. What can be unburdened by what has been. What can be unburdened by what has been. What can be unburdened by what has been. What can be unburdened.
Spoiler alert, she says this the whole video. She said this shit like 100 times like it's a bar. Let me give you another example of the ridiculous stuff that this woman says out of her mouth.
So we are going to the border. We've been to the border. So this whole thing about the border, we've been to the border. We've been to the border.
You haven't been to the border.
And I haven't been to Europe. We are going to the border. We've been to the border. So this whole thing about the border, we've been to the border. We've been to the border.
You haven't been to the border.
And I haven't been to Europe.
Now, why is this important? Why is that important? That's important because during her tenure as vice president, this woman had one job. She had one job for the past 4 years, and that was to oversee the border. That's all they asked of her, and she failed miserable at it. This woman is a joke. Let's get to the next clip. This woman is a joke, man. Here's Kamala speaking at Howard University. More Kamala cackle. Let's go. Listen to this woman.
I think it's very important, as you have heard from so many incredible leaders, for us at every moment in time, and certainly this one, to see the moment in time in which we exist and are present, and to be able to contextualize it, to understand where we exist in the history and in the moment as it relates not only to the past but the future.
Let's go back one more time. Did you hear what this woman just said? Listen to this.
I think it's very important, as you have heard from so many incredible leaders.
They literally dragged this woman out to talk to y'all about nothing. She isn't about anything. She's literally just a babbling figurehead. She's a babbling figurehead. And she's not even African American. I'm hearing all this old black woman. She ain't no black woman. She is a half mixed Jamaican, half Indian woman who grew up Indian in Canada. And that's no diss to Canada. I'm just saying, what the hell does she know about us here? Honestly, this broad's a Canadian. She left here in 4th grade and graduated. She left here she left when she was 4 years old, all the way up until high school, graduated high school in Canada, and then went to Howard. What does she know? Just up here saying anything.
For us at every moment in time, and certainly this one, to see the moment in time in which we exist and are present, and to be able to contextualize it, to understand where we exist in the history and in the moment as it relates not only to the past but the future.
I mean, it's laughable at this point, man. Now, ironically, she was speaking at a reproductive health rally, talking about existence. But yeah, this woman isn't serious at all. This woman is not serious at all. And if I was a black woman, I wouldn't claim her. She's an embarrassment. She literally screwed her way to the top of the political elite in California. And this is who y'all want us to take seriously? If you're a black man and you go along with this, just change your pronouns while you're at it. Just change your pronouns, man.
I don't shine shoes anymore.
Change your pronouns. Now, I'm not saying that you have to vote for Donald Trump, although I'd like to see it. But you don't have to vote for him. All I'm saying is this woman is a disgrace. From the start of her career to the present day, she has been a disgrace. She has been a disgrace. Now, what I'm going to do is, this video I'm going to show y'all is rather long. Pause. But this will give you a good idea of how she got onto the political scene. All right, and real quick, we're 49 minutes in on Instagram. I seriously want you guys to go over to youtube.com. In the search engine on YouTube, type in @Trippin Aint Easy TV. You can also catch that on the bottom of the screen on the scroll down. Go over there to the YouTube channel. Or, you know, if you follow me on Facebook, Tripp Simpson on Facebook, go to Facebook because Instagram's gonna cut off in about 10 minutes. Unless, I don't know, maybe I'll try to get it back up. But to make it easier so I can just keep talking, so I don't have to keep stopping, just go over to YouTube. YouTube, go to the search engine @Trippin Aint Easy TV. Much easier. All right, so anyway, let's get into this. Let's get into this next video. Let's go. Let's go.
Just a pea-sized amount of Lumi applied between your butt cheeks.
Sorry. Sorry. All right, let's get it. All right, where's this shit at? All right. Right here.
As a courtroom prosecutor was handling cases that affected
your roots, but has politics means compromise, sometimes to your roots, but has the first female vice president in U.S. history overshot? This is the shady side of Kamala Harris. Kamala Harris's journey to political prominence initially began after she graduated from the University of California's Hastings College of Law with a JD in 1989. She famously attended Howard University for her undergrad degree. The future vice president took her first job as a deputy district attorney in Oakland, California in 1990, serving until 1998. But Harris's career may have started in earnest when in 1994 she met the powerful California politician and San Francisco mayor Willie Brown, who was, quote, a notorious womanizer, according to the San Francisco Weekly. Harris was 29, Brown 60, and married, although, according to the debunking website Snopes, he had been estranged from his wife for more than a decade. He was powerful in Bay Area politics, and the two began dating. Brown was also...
So let's pause it right there. Let's pause it right there. That's how she got started in politics. She was a 29-year-old woman who slept with a 60-year-old man to get her start. He gave her a job where she didn't have to do anything and bought her a Benz. And she sat there and probably just found other powerful men to screw so that she could maneuver her way around California. That's who we're talking. This is your queen. This is your queen. Let's go.
Allegedly corrupt, his office under investigation by the FBI, and Harris eventually dumped her aging lover. Still, when she ran for district attorney in 2003, Brown put his weight behind her anyway. Harris won, but according to Politico, critics, including her opponents, were bemoaning cronyism at City Hall. Once in office, Harris threw Brown under the bus.
All right, let's stop right there. This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna try to get Instagram back up. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second, good people. I'm gonna get Instagram back up, even though I'd like for y'all to just come over to YouTube, hit the subscribe button. I'm gonna get Instagram back up. We're gonna do this real quick. We're gonna do this real quick. Do this real quick. Give me a second, y'all. Give me 1 second. This will take me 1 second, y'all, real quick. Jesus, man, come on, man. Sorry, people. Give me 1 second. I'm just trying to get this. All right. All right. Live video.
KBHN. Sheesh.
Well, I don't know. I couldn't do it. I don't know what the hell's going on. I don't know how you extend the Instagram stream. Hold on, let me try one more thing. One more thing, y'all. Give me 1 second. All right. Try this. Okay, this might work. Sorry about that, y'all. One man show, so you know how it goes. All right, 1 second. All right, bam. Let's get it. I think we good. Okay. All right. I don't know. We're going to go ahead with the show. The hell with it. I tried to figure it out, but. All right, so let's continue with Kamala.
The ambitious young politician declared her benefactor all but dead, saying, "His career is over. I will be alive and kicking for the next 40 years. I do not owe him a thing." Politico branded Harris as, quote, ruthless. Harris has been spinning a seemingly apocryphal childhood yarn for years that goes something like this. When she was a toddler in Oakland, California, she was separated from her parents at a march. Young Kamala was found butt fussing, and according to Harris's retelling in an interview with Elle, her mother asked her, "Baby, what do you want? What do you need?" And I just looked at her and I said, "Freedom." Harris told versions of this tale in her 2010 book Smart on Crime, as well as her 2019 book The Truths We Hold: An American Journey, according to the New York Post. She giggled her way through the anecdote on late-night TV with Jimmy Fallon as well.
And she said, "Kamala, what do you want?" And I said, "Freedom."
However, observers have pointed out a remarkable similarity to a story that Martin Luther King Jr. told Playboy during the Civil Rights era. In 1965, King recounted the story to Playboy, saying, "I will never forget a moment in Birmingham when a white policeman accosted a little Negro girl, 7 or 8 years old, who was walking in a demonstration with her mother. 'What do you want?' the policeman asked her gruffly, and the little girl looked at him straight in the eye and answered, 'Freedom.'" While the similarities in the stories can't be ignored, Snopes remains undecided on whether it's outright plagiarism, stating that Harris claims to have no direct memory of the incident, but rather has simply repeated a story told to her by her mother. Politicians love to pretend to be cooler than they are. Kamala Harris's Democratic successors did it too. Bill Clinton made his first big splash on the national scene in a pair of Ray-Ban sunglasses, blowing out a saxophone solo to Heartbreak Hotel on the Arsenio Hall show in 1992.
So another example of how the Democrats just exploit black culture to get you to vote. They don't give you anything tangible. They just show their top candidate doing some Negro crap, and y'all fall in line and vote for him.
But Clinton also claimed that while he'd tried marijuana, he didn't inhale. During Harris's run for executive privilege in 2019, the public's view of this stinky little weed had changed dramatically, and the then aspiring POTUS was endorsing legalization. Speaking on The Breakfast Club amid fits of laughter, she said,
"It was a long time ago." But yes.
I know you have to go. They say you have to go. I just
broke loose.
Harris claimed her
Shout out to Dan, Juice Man Dan says, "This political state we're in looks like the season finale of United States series on Netflix. Babylon falls again." I hear you. Shout out to Mo Bateman. Mo Bateman says, "You cooking, fam. Let's go." I try, family. I try. Let's go. Let's get it.
Experimentation was in college, and when one of the interviewers asked her who she listened to while high, she laughed again.
Definitely Snoop, Tupac, for sure.
Well, not for sure. According to Newsweek, critics quickly pointed out that Harris graduated from Howard University in 1986, 5 years before either rapper released a debut album. Her defenders claimed Harris was just confused by crosstalk and was actually answering a more general question about artists she likes. Harris's opponent in the Democratic primaries, Tulsi Gabbard, had a different and perhaps more important grievance with the segment, saying that Harris jailed over 1,500 people for marijuana violations and then laughed when asked if she ever smoked. During Harris's failed bid for the Democratic nomination in 2019, in which her much-hyped campaign collapsed before the first caucus, she offered up an ambitious plan to, quote, overhaul the criminal justice system, according to Politico. Her sweeping plan, the article said, called to end federal mandatory minimum prison sentences, do away with both the death penalty and solitary confinement, and to phase out.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, bear with me. I'm just letting this video play because it's going to give you a basis for why it's ridiculous to take this woman seriously. It's going to give you a basis.
For-profit prisons and cash bail. But Harris's top-of-the-ticket campaign may have imploded, in part due to her own previous stances on criminal justice. According to The Week, Harris, quote, sometimes embraced her tough-on-crime record, but perhaps in light of the ascendant Black Lives Matter movement and the push to reallocate resources from the police to other social services, the former top cop, quote, seemed ashamed of her own tough record as DA and Attorney General. In one interview on ABC News in 2019, she said she protected the, quote, most vulnerable as a prosecutor.
A large part of my career as a courtroom prosecutor was handling cases that affected crimes against women and children.
Part of the criminal justice system Harris and activists now want changed is one that imprisons minorities at a disproportionate rate for minor drug offenses, according to a report by Human Rights Watch. But according to Mercury News, as Attorney General of California, Harris oversaw 1,900 convictions related to marijuana. She also, quote, fought to keep people in prison even after they were proved innocent, according to Vox, and further defended California's death penalty, all while refusing to look into, quote, certain police shootings. Her work as a prosecutor still haunts Harris politically, according to the Los Angeles Times. After all, no one put her in prison for smoking a joint. In 1998, a fight broke out in a parking lot in California's San Fernando Valley. Cops thought they saw a man, Daniel Larson, ditch a knife under a car. Larson protested his innocence, but also had 2 serious prior felony convictions, and under California's harsh 3 strikes policy, was sentenced to 28 years to life, according to The Atlantic. The Innocence Project eventually took up Larson's case. Turns out, Larson's trial lawyer bungled it badly. The lawyer's most egregious error was that he never had the knife processed for fingerprints. Sworn testimony from a retired cop also later.
Listen, this is all under Kamala Harris's office. This is the type of foolishness that was going on under her watch.
Showed Larson never had the knife, another man did. Larson's attorney was later disbarred for his incompetence, and a judge ordered the state to retry Larson or let him go. Harris could have done just that. Instead, her office fought to keep Larson locked up on technical grounds because he hadn't filed his petition quickly enough. Larson spent 2 more years in prison battling Harris's office. Harris's team eventually lost its bid in appeals court to keep this innocent man behind bars, but that didn't stop her from blocking all financial compensation due to Larson for the wrongful conviction. In 2019, Larson, who spent over a decade in prison for a crime he didn't commit, never saw a dime, and, quote, now lives in a small garage and relies on welfare payments. Speaking of innocence, imagine being a poor family struggling with bills and truant kids in the tougher corners of sunny but expensive California. Then imagine Attorney General Kamala Harris tossing you in jail on top of it. That happened. Then she lied about doing it. In a 2010 speech, Harris talked about prosecuting parents for truancy.
And I believe a child going without an education is tantamount to a crime.
She doubled down in 2011 during her inaugural address as California DA, saying, "So we are putting parents on notice. If you fail in your responsibility to your kids, we are going to work to make sure you face the full force and consequences of the law."
So I'm gonna leave that right there. I'm gonna leave that right there. All right. So there we have it. Not only was this woman a low-down coochie slanging skeezer, she's also a habitual liar and just an outright bad person. Now, what will be interesting to me is when she attempts to debate Trump. See, she can't even beat him on the causes that she claims she's for. Think about it. You remember the last presidential debate. The last presidential debate this woman was involved in, she got demolished by Tulsi Gabbard and ended up dropping out of the race altogether. Now, ultimately, Joe Biden picked her up, because he needed a black woman to be a figurehead so he could get all the queens to get on board. But ultimately, that was the end of her presidential. That was the end of her presidential campaign. When Tulsi Gabbard demolished her, that was it. So if she debates Trump, it's gonna be worse. Matter of fact, let's go to the Tulsi Gabbard demolishment. Let's go there. Let's go there.
You have an idea?
I want y'all to see this, man. I want y'all to see this. All right, let's go. Look at this. Look at this. This is from 2019 or 2020.
Criminal justice system that is disproportionately negatively impacting black and brown people all across this country today. Now, Senator Harris says she's proud of her record as a prosecutor and that she'll be a prosecutor president, but I'm deeply concerned about this record. There are too many examples to cite, but she put over 1,500 people in jail for marijuana violations and then laughed about it when she was asked if she ever smoked marijuana. She blocked evidence. She blocked evidence that would have freed an innocent man from death row until the courts forced her to do so. She kept people in prison beyond their sentences to use them as cheap labor for the state of California. And she fought to keep cash bail system in place that impacts poor people in the worst kind of way.
Thank you, Congresswoman. Senator Harris.
I want
crushed her.
Look at my African American over here. Look at him. Are you the greatest? You know
crushed
what I'm talking about?
Crushed her. Now, and that is what it is. I mean, she said what she said, and that's pretty much the theme of the day. Kamala Harris is a piece of shit. But another thing I find very interesting is that when you ask one of these liberals why we shouldn't vote for Trump, the first thing they're gonna immediately say is because he's racist or he's sexist and he's a felon. When you ask them, well, how exactly is this man racist? They tell you because he took out an ad on the Central Park 5, whom, by the way, was admitted to, whom, by the way, was acquitted of all their crimes. Well, the Central Park 5 back in the 80s, when Trump took out that ad, admitted to doing everything. They admitted to it all. They admitted to it. But nonetheless, they called Trump racist for talking shit in a newspaper ad about people who admitted to committing multiple assaults and sexual assaults against innocent, unsuspecting people. But for some strange reason, Kamala Harris did something even more despicable and no one even mentions it. Of course, we have the case, like we just saw, of the innocent white guy who she tried to have put to death. Then, of course, we have the black inmates who she forced to do extra prison time in order to keep getting free labor for the state of California. And then there's the over 1,900 marijuana convictions she oversaw during her career as a prosecutor, even though she herself has admitted to smoking marijuana since she was in college in the 80s. But there's one story that should stick out like a sore thumb to all those fake criminal justice warriors in the Democratic Party. And that's the story of Jamal Truelove. Okay? That's the story of Jamal Truelove. Now, to be fair, Jamal Truelove did co-sign the Biden-Harris ticket. But if you look into this Negro, you'd see why. He desperately wants to be in Hollywood. But anyway, I'm going to get to that article. Because I like to fact check the shit I'm saying. The shit I'm saying, you can go look up. It's there for you to read. So we're going to get into that. Then we're going to keep this thing going. All right? Boom. San Francisco is paying for Jamal Trulove's wrongful conviction. Will Kamala Harris? Police and prosecutors framed a father of 4 in a 2007 murder case with local and national political implications. July 2nd, 2019. After a jury convicted Jamal Trulove, then 25, of first-degree murder in February 2010, then San Francisco District Attorney Kamala Harris praised the brave witness who stepped forward from the crowd. Harris was then running for Attorney General of California in her campaign and bragged about her high conviction rates as a San Francisco DA. She bragged about her high conviction rates. Now, granted, don't get me twisted. If you're out here committing violent crimes on people, I hope they lock your ass up, and I hope you go to jail forever. I hope you go to jail forever. But how is Kamala Harris gonna pretend as if she's not this type of person when she really is? You guys are up here trying to make Kamala Harris the patron saint for every stupid ass policy that you guys love the Democrats for. You guys want the Democrats to let every goddamn criminal out of their cell. You guys want the Democrats to let every illegal immigrant into the country, which, yes, Kamala did do. You guys want to let the Democrats, or at least that's what I observed, but it appears as if you guys want the Democrats to not prosecute anyone for anything they do if they're black or brown. But Kamala Harris did the exact opposite when she was in California. She roasted niggas. She was on such a blood fucking fire and fury rage, she was roasting innocent niggas. That's how hard she was going. And even when she found out they were innocent, she roasted them even harder. But this is your queen. Let's continue. I don't even know what the hell I left off in this article. Anyway, go to theappeal.com and look this shit up. I don't even feel like reading this. I don't feel like reading this shit no more. It's all there. Kamala's a crooked, coochie slanging skeezer. Oh man, oh my God. Oh my God. But anyway, man, listen, man, regardless of any of that, like I said, this woman knowingly pushed for an innocent man to spend the rest of his life behind bars. So, I mean, it should be clear at this point to black men and heterosexual men in general that this woman is of no benefit to you. She is of no benefit to you. In fact, I'd even argue that she's a danger to most of us. But yet, this is who black women want to be the leader of the free world. This is who black women want to be the leader of the free world. And honestly, when I think about it, it makes perfect sense. These chicks don't care about inflation. They don't care about maintaining a strong military. They don't care about the rise of the cost of energy. They don't care about the fact that their children aren't reading at grade level. They don't care about their children being subject to perverts and weirdos at school. They don't care about the government coercing their children into mutilating themselves. And they don't care about their tax dollars being siphoned off to foreign leaders for foreign wars that have nothing to do with the freedom of America. They care nothing about the shit that really matters. What do they care about? The right to delete their own kids. The right to delete their own kids and being able to brag about the first female president of the United States being black. It all boils down to raw dick and ego. It all boils down to raw dick and ego. Ask them what they care about. They're going to say, my reproductive rights. What's your reproductive rights? The right to fuck any nigga. Oh, God. I got to try to. The right to screw any guy at any time without any consequences of having to worry about the responsibilities of a child. Right? You want the right to smoke a child at any given moment. And don't get me wrong, I'm not a diehard pro-choice guy. Right? I believe there's wiggle room. Even though if they cut out the time frame, I wouldn't care, wouldn't lose no sweat. I wouldn't lose no sweat. But you got bitches out here advocating for you got states out here that let you get abortions up until the day after birth. Come to DC. Bro, I'm a first responder in DC. I've seen women get abortions 8-9 months. Grown babies floating in the goddamn toilet. They murderers. They want the right to be irresponsible. All they care about is raw dick and their ego. Oh, well, we made president before white women. That's all they care about. Who gives a damn that the country's burning down everywhere around you? You made history and you can still get raw dick and not have no consequences. This shit is out of control, and if you niggas are sitting here co-signing this shit, you deserve whatever comes with it. You deserve whatever comes with it. Shit is pissing me off, man. You out here, Kamala this, Kamala that, just so women could, bruh, okay. How in the hell do you think it's acceptable for women to have the right to kill their kids because they're inconvenient, but you don't have the right to step off financially because you can't afford it at the time? Nigga, you start up under this rule, you still gotta pay child support for a kid you don't want. All they gotta do is just kill it, and it's perfectly legal. Are you niggas insane? Are you niggas insane, bro? Ask one of these broads, why are you voting for Kamala Harris? She's a black woman in reproductive rights. That just means no responsibility on my end if I don't want it. But I still have the option of having the baby and raping you in court. And you dumbass niggas is following right behind it because you think Donald Trump is a racist. I don't give a damn. Even if the man was a racist, which I don't think he is, what does it matter in my pockets? He could be all the racist he want to be. If my pockets is good while he's the president, I don't care. If my pocket's good, he can say nigga all he, I don't care. I don't care. But you niggas is too emotional because most of you niggas, 70% of you niggas was raised to piss sitting down. Not physically, but mentally. Bruh, there's a lot of women in my life I love. I love my mother, I love all my sisters, I love my wife. I love my mother-in-law. I love my sister-in-laws, all of them. But it will be a cold day in hell before any of them lead me anywhere. It will be a cold day in hell. I promise you. I promise you. You will never see it. Never. So, yeah, I'm not begging you niggas to vote for Trump. I'm telling you to wake up. Don't vote for that. Don't vote for that. Hell, sit your ass at home if you don't like nobody, sit your ass at home. But if you get your bitch ass up and go vote for Kamala Harris, you might as well cut off your nuts and hand them in the ballot box along with your vote. Cause you a clown ass nigga. Straight up. But we off that though, man. Now, let's move on, man. Because we got to talk about this shit, man. We have to stay on course. My bad for the rant, but I meant every word I said. But anyways, left-wing media outlets and blog sites have been on a kamikaze mission trying to convince everyone that this woman is a better presidential candidate than Trump. In some cases, they're just outright lying. Now, I want y'all to watch this shit that the Breakfast Club posted earlier today. Or might have been yesterday. I saw it today. But and they titled the clip, Kamala Harris supports reparations for Black Americans. When in actuality, that's not true. Let's get to it. Give me a second. Y'all know it's a one-man show, so I gotta get it how I live, man. All right, where the hell is this shit? Oh, here we go. Boom. Is it here or where the hell? Here we go. All right, I found it. Let's get to it. Let's get it. All right, here we go. Let's go.
Reparations for Black people.
Well, look, I think that we have got to address that. Again, it's back to the inequities. America has a history of 200 years of slavery. Mm-hmm. We had Jim Crow. We had legal segregation in America. The Voting Rights Act was only strong for 50 years, and then they wiped it out with this United States Supreme Court in the Shelby decision. Mm-hmm. To the point that 22 states immediately thereafter put in place laws that one court found were crafted with surgical precision to have Black people not be able to vote. So we've got to recognize, back to that earlier point, people aren't starting out on the same base in terms of their ability to succeed. And so we have got to recognize that and give people a lift up. And there are a number of ways to do it. Part of my initiative, again, around the LIFT Act is that same point. You're lifting people up who are making less than $100,000 a year. What I want to do about rent is the same thing. What we need to do around education and understanding disparities, what we need to do around HBCUs. But we have a history of racism in America.
So you are for some type of...
Yes, I am.
Reparation. Okay.
Yes, I am. I don't know.
What do you...
Now pay attention, because she never stated specifically that she was for... She never specifically said, shout out to my man 321 Young. They can say when you get them Dahmer glasses. Oh my God, come on, bro. Nigga, I got these shits from Temu and I love them. Shout out to Tamu, man. Shout out to Tamu. Shout out to Dan. Juice Man Dan says, raw dick and ego is nasty work, dog. It's the truth, bro. If it wasn't true, where all these baby daddies come from? Where they come from? Oh, I'm on birth control. Where they come from? We only going wrong because we think the coast is clear. Then they switch it up on you, man. You know what I mean? Anyway. Yeah, Kamala Harris is full of cap. Now, what I want to do is, that was back in 2019. Of course, the Breakfast Club resurfaced it yesterday. Try to make it seem like Kamala's always been for reparations, even though she's been the vice president for 4 years, and the conversations never come up at all, not once. This is the Breakfast Club's angle now, because they're trying any and everything to get you to be an idiot. But let's play what Kamala Harris actually thought back then. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's see that. Oh, come on. Where the fuck is that? Oh, yeah. Good old Twitter. There we go. Good old Twitter.
Listen. Do you support reparations for black people?
Well, listen. Again,
Watch how long she takes to answer this question. But she's going to give you her answer.
we had over 200 years of slavery. We had Jim Crow for almost a century.
Listen to how she keeps saying we. It ain't no we. You ain't part of we. You was raised by an Indian woman and you fled to Canada until you graduated high school. It's not we. It ain't no we.
We had legalized discrimination, segregation, and now we have segregation and discrimination that is not legal but still exists and is a barrier to progress. We have disparities around housing. We have disparities around education. We have disparities around income. And we have to recognize that everybody did not start out on an equal footing in this country. And in particular, black people have not. And so we have got to recognize that and do something about that and give folks a lift up. That's why, for example, I'm proposing the LIFT Act. Give people who are making $100,000 or less as a family a tax.
She didn't say give black people. She said give people. Give people. Number one, whether it's black people or people, that's communism. Number one. That's communism. Number two, they're trying to make it seem like Kamala, I'm talking about the Breakfast Club clip, was actually saying she wants to give this to you. No, she said everybody. She said everybody. Even the people who don't have a stake in this country get the benefits over you. Why? We'll get to it.
Tax credit, which will benefit and uplift 60% of black families who are in poverty.
So by default, it affects black families, but there's not a particular policy for African Americans that you would explore.
But no, if you look at the...
Did you hear that? No! Let's go back just a little bit. Just a little bit. Let's go.
That you would explore. Particular. So by default, it affects black families, but there's not a particular policy for African Americans that you would explore.
But no, if you look at the reality of who will benefit from certain policies, when you take into account that they're not starting at the same place and they're not starting on equal footing, it will directly benefit black children, black families, black homeowners, because the disparities are so significant. So if we focus on the specific issues that have resulted in the greatest disparities, And we understand that that's part of why we're doing it. Listen, the reality also is this. Any policy that will benefit black people will benefit all of society. Let's be clear about that. Let's really be clear about that. So I'm not going to sit here and say I'm going to do something that's only going to benefit black people. No.
Understand. They have given things to the Asians, the LGBTQs, everybody. But this is what she thinks about you.
Let's be clear about that. Let's really be clear about that. So I'm not going to sit here and say I'm going to do something that's only going to benefit black people. No, because whatever benefits that black family will benefit that community and society as a whole and the country.
So you might as well dead that, because she ain't giving you Negroes nothing. She ain't giving you nothing. All right? This is hilarious, man. But anyways, there we have it, man. And let me say this. If you're one of those people who think the U.S. government is going to hand trillions of dollars over to black folks, you are out of your goddamn mind anyway. And I'm not judging you. I'm not judging you at all. Because there was a point in time where I used to entertain the whole reparations conversation myself. But it comes to a point in life where you gotta call a spade a spade. Reparations is a pipe dream. Nobody's gonna hand you something for nothing, especially when you don't put no pressure on them. You have no pressure. All you niggas do is just vote accordingly. You have no pressure. So yeah, nobody's gonna hand you something for nothing, especially when they know your emotional asses are gonna vote blue no matter who anyways. Think about it. Biden and Kamala pandered to you Negroes during the 2024 election and went 4 years without giving you a damn thing. They made laws specifically for Asian Americans, LGBTQ, illegal immigrants, and Jewish people. And what did they do for their most loyal constituents? The ones who vote for them at an over 90+% rate? They gave you a federal holiday highlighting ignorance. And yes, I'm talking about Juneteenth. Kamala Harris wasn't picked to be the vice president for her intellect or her political accomplishments. She was picked to bait black women and their cuck allies, I'm talking about cuck black men, into voting for Joe Biden. That's it and that's all. That's it and that's all. But yeah, the left-wing media is working overtime to deceive you. They are also spreading lies, trying to say that Trump is scared to debate Kamala Harris. Real quick, I want to play this video from Stephen A. Smith because Stephen A. Smith is trying to pump the Trump scared shit, right? So I'm going to play this video from Stephen A. Smith. I'm going to read a quick article and then we'll wrap this up and try to get to some calls. I want to get to some calls. So I'm going to put the link to call in the chat. I want you niggas to call in. You don't have to be on camera. You can black your face out because I know some of you niggas scared what your bitch gonna say. You ain't voting for Kamala? You're out of my house. Weak ass niggas. I say who voting for in my house.
I don't shine shoes anymore.
I say who gets the vote in my house. You hoe ass niggas, man. Okay. All right, let's get it. Let's play the Stephen A. Smith video. We're going to get to the article, and then we getting up out of here, all right? Then we getting up out of here. All right, give me a second. I got y'all. Y'all gotta see Stephen A. This Negro is like.
Now let me get to the Republicans, because I got to admit, I'm not talking about the Republican Party. I'm just talking about what's going on right now in terms of what Donald Trump. These folks are getting on my nerves, because we got to get to Donald Trump and new running mate J.D. Vance. Both men hit the campaign trail this weekend. Saturday to be exact, in Grand Rapids, Michigan. During a rally, Trump asked the crowd who they prefer he run against. Kamala Harris was met with boos, while then incumbent Joe Biden was cheered by the crowd. The next day, Sunday, that is, Joe Biden withdrew from his re-election campaign because basically donors on the Democratic side, the funds were drying up. They were seeing to it. They were letting them know, we ain't gonna support the party if you're gonna continue to run, because we know you can't beat them. Because the slippage that you've shown is not good enough. So we gotta put it in the hands of somebody young.
First of all, Stephen A. Smith has absolutely no, he has no reason to be talking politics. He doesn't even really know sports. If I was Stephen A. Smith, I'd be reading about sports right now to try to keep you niggas on the hamster wheel of sports so I could stay relevant at ESPN. But instead, he's back over here to politics, and he flip-flops on his politics every week. He flip-flops every week. But he's back over here, sounding, each and every time he sounds dumber than the first. But I'm gonna let him cook.
More vibrant, more ready to go. And we're not engaging in ageism here. We ain't talking about folks based on their age. We're talking about Joe Biden. I'll repeat. We know of other folks in their 80s that are sharper than he appears. But we wish him the best. We're not insulting our president. We're just acknowledging fact. Here's another fact. Donald Trump and J.D. Vance are running scared. And Mike Johnson, Speaker of the House, he's running scared too. What's up with all of this stuff about how legal action may be taken?
Okay, I gotta stop. Why would they be running scared? Why would they be running scared? Joe, the Democratic Party is in shambles. See, here's what the Democrats are doing right now. They're acting like they've got this big energy surge because of Kamala, but in actuality, nobody besides black women and a couple of disillusioned black men are actually excited about Kamala Harris. I'm gonna keep it a buck. The real white liberals know that Kamala's a dumbass. They know it. That's why they didn't take her seriously in the last presidential election when she ran against Joe Biden. She ran against Joe Biden, tried to call him a racist, which she was right about, and then she turned around and started working for him. Who's taking you seriously? All this shit is on record. So why the hell would Trump be scared of Kamala Harris? Please, man. He already ripped Hillary to shreds. And Hillary's got way more juice and is hella smarter than Kamala Harris.
Because Biden decided to drop out of the race. Wait a minute. When he took the presidency, initially he alluded to himself being a one-term president, that he was going to be a stopgap to pave the way for a younger generation. He's under no obligation to run for re-election. And the donors who contributed to the Democratic Party, it was to Biden and Harris, not just Biden. So what's the problem with her running now? That's number two. Number three.
The problem with her running now is the fact that they spent millions and millions of dollars running against Joe Biden, only for him to get destroyed in the debate. Like, this nigga got destroyed in the debate, and all of a sudden, after the debate, oh, we want to switch candidates. This is literally cheating. Now, granted, it It should have never even got to this point. Everybody knew Joe Biden should have never been the candidate in the first place. But the Democrats went with Joe Biden. Let him go to the debate in which he had every rule in his favor and got demolished. Now they want to switch it up, get a new candidate, push him out. So why shouldn't Trump complain? This is nonsense. This is nonsense. Not to mention, you niggas tried to kill him and you missed. And he can't complain? You tried to shoot him and you missed, and he can't even complain. Oh, he's a punk. He's a punk. They tried to kill this man, and he's still on the campaign trail, but he's a punk. You're the punk, Stephen A. Smith. Yo, remember when Stephen A. Smith got in that trouble because he said something about women or something like that, and he had to apologize to women the next day? Stephen A., you're the punk. Trump has lost hundreds of millions of dollars trying to save America. And anytime ESPN slaps you on the wrist, nigga, you apologize. You're the punk. Yo, I can't believe, this is why I'm telling you, man. Like, I can't deal with niggas, man. Like, if you in my circle, we close, like everybody, I'm not saying I don't deal with black people. What I'm saying is niggas in general, the culture, the ideology that most of you niggas are running around here with, I can't do it. It's a reason why we in last place. It's because the way most of you niggas think. It's the way most of you niggas think. You can have the card. I don't give a fuck. You can't buy shit with it anyway. Let's go.
Donald Trump, I know you ain't trying to engage in, dare I say, lawfare, are you? I know you're not trying to do that. Wasn't it you that was on stage saying that the Democrats were engaging in lawfare because they weren't confident they could beat you straight up in an election? Kamala Harris ain't bringing up insurrection. She ain't bringing up the votes in Georgia.
She's definitely already brought these things up, but let him continue.
She might bring it up to make an argument against you from a character standpoint.
That's bringing it up, nigga. That's bringing it up.
She might bring up the 34 felony convictions, but her objective.
That's bringing it up.
And what she tweeted out, she's saying, yo, Donald Trump, I'm gonna beat you. I can beat you. Ain't that what you wanted? You said that's what you wanted? Now here's Donald Trump with this statement here. Check this out. So, we are forced to spend time and money on fighting crooked Joe Biden. He posed badly after having a terrible debate and quits the race. Now we have to start all over again. Shouldn't the Republican Party be reimbursed for fraud in that everybody around Joe, including his doctors and the fake news media, knew he was not capable of running for or being president?
That's a great point. Yes, they should. They spent time, money, and resources game planning against one person. As soon as the first debate happened, like I said earlier, they want to switch candidates. Like, real talk, I don't think Joe Biden, like I said, Joe Biden should have never ran. But like, the fact that they just literally switched candidates after a bad debate is asinine. Like, this is unremarkable, first time in history ever, like modern history type shit. Like, you knew you got beat so bad in the debate that you just like, the hell with him, get him out of here, let's get somebody else. This is sad. And Donald Trump is right. I don't think that he's fearful or looking like a punk. He's stating the obvious truth. He's actually making fun of the Democrats. This is a joke. You're so pitiful. You're so pitiful that this is what you had to resort to. Let's get back to it.
just asking. Well, listen to the answer from your boy Trippin Aint. Anybody trying to hear that?
Real quick, shout out to my man Ray Shepard. He says yes, absolutely, 100% facts and right on point. Thank you, sir. Hey, always a pleasure to hear from you, man. I need you to call in one of these days. I'm opening up the lines in a very short amount of time. So Ray, if you're there, I want you to hit that link. Once I send the link, please call in. I would love to hear your point of view. Also, Juice Man Dan, I'd like to hear your point of view too.
You've been talking about Kamala Harris like you would rake her through the coals, like you would beat her. Suddenly, we're not talking about these lawsuits against you, civil or criminal. What we're talking about now is her going up against you one-on-one for the presidency of the United States. I thought this was what you wanted. So I don't want to hear from J.D. Vance. I don't want to hear from Mike Johnson. I don't want to hear from conservative pundits. I want to hear about the legal stuff now. This is what you wanted. This is what we all should want. I want to see Kamala Harris go up against Donald Trump. I want to see her ideas for the country versus his ideas for the country. I want to see her talking about her record against him talking about his record. I want to see you going toe-to-toe against one another. That's what we want to see. That's what we want to see. This is what you said you wanted. So when you bring up potential lawsuits, that's lawfare.
But that doesn't have anything to do with him going up against her. He's just saying, we've spent, I mean, they've already sued this nigga for hundreds of millions of dollars. And they're spending money to fight one nigga in a debate, and they just totally switched it. What do you mean? Like, Trippin Aint, what millions of dollars are you spending to fight for any cause that you believe in? You're not spending anything. You're literally using ESPN and ABC's money to fund your at-home podcast. And that's where I think this is all leading to, because Trump doesn't want to do the ABC, which is basically Disney, ESPN, all the same entity. He doesn't want to do that. So now here comes Stephen A. Smith trying to be the company man to defend the company. Why? Because Stephen A. Smith has a contract coming up. And Stephen A. Smith is jealous of a few other people on ESPN who make more than him, even though he works the hardest. I will give him that. Stephen A. Smith works the hardest on ESPN, but he doesn't make the most. He doesn't make the most. So instead of him advocating for himself behind the scenes, he's going to do it in front of everybody and kiss ass like Stephen A. Smith is used to doing. He ain't even a political pundit, but he took it upon himself. He took it upon himself to personally go at Donald Trump because Donald Trump said logical things that anybody would have said. I'm gonna let this play out and then we'll continue.
That's deviating from what you said the Democrats were doing just because they couldn't beat you fair and square. If you want to bring up lawfare, is it because you scared you're going to lose to Kamala Harris? I'm just asking. That's what you said. You just asking. I'm just asking. Here's another quote from the real Donald Trump.
And this shit is real. He's correct again.
The Democrats pick a candidate, crooked Joe Biden. He loses the debate badly, then panics and makes mistake after mistake. Is told he can't win and decide they will pick another candidate, probably Harris. They stole a race from Biden after he won it in the primaries. First, these people are the real threat to democracy. Okay. Ain't nothing wrong with that tweet. You're entitled to your feelings. You're entitled to express your thoughts. Just don't go the legal route. Because by going that route, you're engaging in lawfare. And according to you, that's what the Dems were doing because they couldn't beat you fair and square in an election. You might be right. Or then again, you might not.
All right, let's get this nigga off the screen. So, and there's a few articles out here that are actually kind of echoing this sentiment. So I want to read one of them real quick, and then we're going to open this up to everyone. Can everybody see this article? Okay, all right, boom. So here we have it. Trump is already trying to back out of the debate with Kamala Harris, which is false. Says Donald Trump is already trying to change the rules for the second scheduled presidential debate after Joe Biden announced his withdrawal from the 2024 presidential race. The first presidential debate on CNN took place on June 27th and was the beginning of the end for Biden's campaign. The second debate, which the Trump campaign agreed to in May, is for September 10th, scheduled to be on ABC. But since Biden has dropped out, it's likely to be replaced as the Democratic nominee, Kamala Harris. Now that Joe, not surprisingly, has quit the race, I think the debate with whoever the radical left Democrats choose should be on Fox News rather than the very biased ABC. Trump wrote on Truth Social, and he's correct. I don't even want to read the rest of this article because it's not worth reading. I just wanted you guys to see that. They titled it, Trump is already backing out of the debate with Kamala Harris like he's scared, when that's not the case. Trump is stating something that makes a lot of sense. I've already beat the shit out of your candidate in a debate using your rules. Now, you're going to pull him and try to pull a stronger candidate and try to subject me to the same rules. I'm not doing that. That's stupid. If I was Trump, I wouldn't do it either. What sense does that make? So Kamala Harris, a younger, more vibrant, comprehensive person who can put sentences together, gets the same rules as a nigga that's basically a vegetable? Hell no. Yeah, if I was Trump, I would have debated Biden on any platform. Then he didn't even have to say nothing. Biden can't talk. Biden can't put two sentences together without sounding stupid because he's old and I don't want to say stupid because I want to be a little more sympathetic to the fact that he's an elderly man and he's being abused in this way. But yes, Trump saw that and was like, yeah, wow, shit, I'll debate this nigga on fucking Nickelodeon. Just let him talk. I'll win every time. But hell no, with Kamala Harris, who they can coach up and they can edit and do it. Nah, hell no, bitch. You got to meet me center square. Now, might not have to be exactly Fox News, but I know what Trump's sentiment is. I'm not coming to ABC, and I'm not going to subject to myself to those same rules because Kamala Harris is a competent person. So she can meet me outside. I'm with Trump there. I'm with Trump. Kamala Harris is a fully grown, unretarded, capable adult. Joe Biden was a sick, elderly, old man that probably has dementia and all type of other mental, impairments. So, yeah, naturally, Trump was like, okay, whatever. Just let him talk. Just let him talk. I'll meet you wherever. Just let this nigga talk. I ain't got to say shit. Let him talk. But hell no. Nah, I'm not doing it, Kamala. Nah, Kamala, you got to meet me in the street. You want to fight? You got to meet me in the street. Period. I'm not giving you the same benefits as an elderly, senile man. And we ain't doing that. We ain't doing that. We ain't doing it. And that's why in general, like I found that article to be hilarious. Like I said, it's common knowledge that no competent politician on the national level today fears Kamala Harris's intellect. As we discussed earlier, the last debate she had when she failed the Democratic primaries, she got destroyed. And there's no doubt in my mind that it would be nothing different with Trump. I mean, think about it. What was the one job Kamala was tasked to do for the past 4 years? And I spoke about this earlier. What was that one job? She had border security. And look how that turned out. That's Trump's number one argument against Democrats. That's his number one argument. His number one gripe against Democrats is the border. And Kamala was in charge of the border for the past 4 years. So Trump could demolish her from that stance alone. See, what the real issue is, the real issue is that Trump isn't willing to bend to the Democrats' demands anymore. And why should he? He already did the rigged debate. Like I said earlier, he already did it. He already did the rigged debate with Biden, and he agreed to all stupid ass rules, and he eviscerated them. And now he's got to bend the knee to Kamala Harris and her rules? Nah, that ain't even fair, and it would never fly. The Democrats are the ones who picked Joe Biden and then dropped him as soon as they realized that he couldn't beat Trump. And rightfully so. Trump wants the debate on Fox News. He already did the CNN debate. So, I mean, this is redundant, man. This is redundant. This is redundant. But regardless, you guys know where I stand on this issue. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to post the link in the YouTube and Facebook live chats so that if anybody wants to chime in, I don't care if you agree with me or you disagree with me. I want to hear what you have to say. I want to hear it. It's a Wednesday evening. You niggas ain't got, it's Tuesday evening. You niggas ain't got shit going on. Let's get it. Hold on. All right. So boom, I'm posting it in the chat. And it's pinned to the top in YouTube, and it should be at the top of Facebook. So what I want you niggas to do is I want you to hit that link. I'm going to take a brief commercial break, and we'll be right back. Let's get it.
I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to turn my back to you right now. And if you want to go on your own, then walk off and leave. If you want to stick together and make this thing work, when I turn around, we're going to shake hands, and we're going to go on a rock and roll like the rockers can do.
They need each other. You know that.
Sounds fair to me.
He's not going to walk away. They need each other.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Rockers!
Told you. Glad to see that. Told you. Tag team specialists.
See, one without the other isn't any good. Oh, I knew he was going to do that. I just knew he was going to do that. He don't need Jannetty. I told you that off and on.
Are you kidding? What a despicable act that was.
No! Oh, my God.
Right through the glass window of the barber shop.
Jannetty tried to dive through the window to escape. Did you see that?
Are you blind?
What an act of cowardism. Oh, he's hurt. A plate glass window.
You know I'm really on fire. Popping up the grease and I'm peppermint. Crazy, money back up. Let me go, she don't know how to act up. Asian white, Latino and black up. She's only one, even two on this track. Crazy, money back up. Let me go, she don't know how to act up. Asian white, Latino and black up. She's only one, even two on this track.
want to be hungover at work tomorrow. You can't let the fact that you work tomorrow stop you from drinking tonight. Going to work with a hangover is just a part of being an adult. But if you're going to be hungover, you might as well get paid for it. Grab a few drinks and live in the moment, because a hangover is tomorrow's problem.
This is your brain. And this is heroin. This is what happens to your brain after snorting heroin. And this is what your body goes through. Wait, it's not over yet. This is what your family goes through. And your friends and your money. And your drugs and your self-respect and your future. Any questions?
All right. We're back. We're back, and of course, we are 2 hours in. I have put the link in the chat, and listen, no big deal. Nobody would like to chime in, and that's fine. That is absolutely fine. I've been talking for 2 hours already, and I'm no longer about to talk to myself. So, on that note, for myself and the rest of the crew here at Trippin Aint Easy TV, peace out. Catch you on the next one. Okay, wait a minute now. Okay, hold on now. Jesus Christ. Juice Man Dan showed up. Hold on. Let me fix something real quick. Let me fix something. Good Lord.
Yo.
Do you hear echo? Is there an echo or like what you hear?
I don't hear no echo.
It's all good. Let's get it. How about now? How's the audio? Yo.
You hear me?
I hear you loud and clear, sir.
What's the word, Bird?
Ain't too much, man. I'm just listen, man. I was about to end the show. We was ending it, but I seen I got one call, and I said, you know what?
Hey, you can allow, or you can always rely on Juice Man.
Is that right?
Nah, man, it was good. Tell him why you mad, son.
No, I mean, I just told him for 2 hours, nigga. What's up? What's on your mind?
All right. So this shit is funny to me because I'm like, I don't give a fuck about politics. First of all, I'm driving, man. I'm drinking and driving right now. You know?
Oh, man. He's
in these mean streets of Winston-Salem.
He's not serious. He's drinking water and driving, guys.
Yeah, this is green juice, though, for real.
Yeah, okay, Juice Man.
Yeah. But nah, that was a good show first. You know, you got a good take. I appreciate the fact, out of all of this right now, the one thing I appreciate is at least black people are starting to look outside of just one party.
So I'm a at least nigga at this point. Okay, I'm a at least nigga. Okay, all right.
Say it again.
I said so I'm a at least nigga now.
Nah. But no, when we're looking outside of just one party, because if you just, like what we've been doing for so long, is just giving our votes away, right? So Trump comes along and it kind of ruffles feathers. First off, I don't give a fuck about either candidate. I stopped voting a long time ago. So my perspective is simply a bird on the wire just looking down, right? But Facebook give you these old, the Facebook, the shit that come back up in the past. And one thing I said during this presidential election before, when Trump was running the first time, is the post I said was, I'm not scared of Trump or the Republican Party, and I wish it would happen so at least black people know we gotta actually stand up and fight. Now, 10 years later, we're back at this same situation, and now we've had a Democratic in office. We've gone through Obama. We've had a black president. We've had Clinton. We've had Trump. It's all the same shit at the end of the day. And I just think my personal opinion is we should just back out and let this shit happen.
Well, so, okay, it's easy for you to say you a nigga that's riding in a BMW with a BMW shirt. So, I mean...
No. I'm an anomaly. I retired early, sold my house, packed up, moved down south, started a business. I'm pretty good.
I mean, you sound like a Republican to me, but fine.
I sound like a conservative.
Right. You know what? To be fair, I'm not a Republican. I'm a conservative as well.
Yeah, I'm not nothing. But if at the end of the day, shit. When I had my daughters, I decided to just take a different walk. I just think our culture, man, one of the reasons I moved was to get my daughters away from all this bullshit. And they could see another fuck. Like you said that sometime in this show when you was like, if you're a black person and you got some money, get the fuck away from the culture and pack up. I just wanted my daughters to see another way. I'm driving up the street, people jogging, black people, white people, right there. And it's just like, it's more to this culture than what we keep seeing. And I'm not no hoe-ass nigga that just would give my vote to just anybody just because. Damn, she fat as shit running too. It's like a running club. God damn.
What if she told you to vote? What if she told you to vote for Kamala and you can hit that?
Say what?
What if she said, if you want to hit this, you got to vote for Kamala? What would you say?
I would probably hit her and say, baby, I don't vote. I'm sorry,
If I was a single man, I'd be like, yeah, I'm voting for Kamala.
Yeah. But no, I can't. I don't fuck with none of them. I just think that they just threw her in there. They ain't no choice. They just threw her in there. Now, truthfully, I think it's a battle between Kamala Harris and J.D. Vance because Trump gonna be the same age as Biden in 3 years, and you know how fast this shit can turn when they get old. So it's really about the battle of the vice presidents, if you will.
I feel like J.D. Vance is an insurance policy for Donald Trump.
That's exactly what it is.
Donald Trump's like, look, okay, you think I'm this ultra-conservative nigga? Okay, go ahead and kill me and see what you get.
Yeah. And they tried to take him out.
And he's 39.
They tried to take the man out.
Oh, yeah, they definitely tried to take him out. It's funny to me that it's not even a topic no more.
Yeah. And that's just brushed behind the rug. I am interested in seeing the debate. I would like for Kamala to go over to their other side and actually debate them. Go over to Fox News and punch him in the mouth. That's the best. Everybody calling Donald Trump a bully. Well, my father told me if you run across a bully, punch him in the mouth. It ain't time to tuck your tail and run.
Bro, she didn't even make it out the first round of debates in the Democratic shit. And that's the little league.
Yeah, but see, the other thing is we think a lot different because we both were raised by men. So we're not as soft as the most, no disrespect.
I feel like that's the point of this whole show.
Yeah.
I started off the show, I'm like, you niggas is pussy because 1, 2, 3. You know what I'm saying? I'm not calling everybody that's raised by a woman pussy, but you're subconsciously, you're a pussy, even if you're not like that in the street and you won't let a nigga test you. But you revert.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like a lot of people's vote comes from fear. And it's like, what the fuck are you? If we saying we gods, right? We went from super conscious to the black man is God to, and now we just scared of fucking Donald Trump. Like all these years we've been calling motherfuckers the devil and we gods, and now all of a sudden niggas are scared. Scared of what? Get your bread up.
I'm gonna tell you, everything enlightened me because I've learned a couple of things, right? One is
I'm listening.
I don't think we're gods because this is not the way gods act. I think we're human beings just like everyone else.
True.
We need to get our shit together just like other cultures who have their shit together have done.
I got you.
So, but I agree with you there because all the we the gods niggas and all that, all they do is after the fact they say, "Oh yeah, I'm predicting this." Nigga, get the fuck out of here! You ain't predict shit.
This law 44, nigga.
Yeah, you go ahead. You would have
44, nigga.
You would have said this shit was going to happen last week.
Nah, man. I wanted to call basically, man, tell you, just give my little bullshit point of view. Don't mean shit because I'm one man. I just don't believe in none of the politics is gonna save us. Jesus not gonna save us. Allah not gonna save us. I think we need to get to the point where we just raise our fucking families, do what we're supposed to do. The friends that are friends with your kids, if you can grab a few of them, grab a few of them. Because at the end of the day, this voting as a block shit and just giving away, it don't do nothing. It's time to take care of our homes, and I don't give a fuck about politics. I'm taking care of my home and all the people around me. Outside of that, it doesn't matter. That's just where I am in life right now.
You know what? I agree with you, man, but I feel like so I feel like the racial element to all that, and this is just where I'm at in my life, right? I feel like that's all a farce because if I'm not mistaken, and you let me know if I'm right, Juice Man. I guarantee you, if we had to move to the sticks, I know at least one white boy you would call right away.
Say that. Hold on. Say that again.
I said I know at least one white boy you would call right away.
I mean, I know white people and black people that I'm cool with.
What I'm saying is, I don't think I'm beyond this race shit at this point. I'm beyond it.
Oh yeah, I am too. And I'm gonna tell you what opened my eyes to that. I'm beyond it because really what opened my eyes to that is moving down here to North Carolina, and I realized it ain't as separate as we think it is. But like in DC, it's so separate, right? So you got, if you black and got money, you hang out with black people with money, but you still, because it's DC culture, it's street shit all around us. If you white, you mostly live across the park, or you gentrify our neighborhoods, and then you got money, so niggas looking at you fucked up. Down here in most of America, it's actually more even, and most people think kind of along the same lines. And I just, my eyes were open to that because of that. Like, and I went to Gonzaga, so I've seen a lot of different worlds. You know what I mean?
Right.
But at the end of the day, what I realized the white people ain't got to do, they don't have to worry about what all white people are doing. They just take care of their fucking families.
Yeah, because they're not being raised by women. Women is the ones that's oh man, they doing that. No, bitch. What about you? What about you?
Yeah, what about you? What about you?
White people not raised by bitches. I'm sorry. I hate to say it like that, but they're not raised by bitches.
Yeah.
And I'm not calling all black women bitches. I'm just saying.
No, I understand what you're saying. I understand what you're saying when you say that. And that comes from our culture, man. You know, we've been duped, man. We've been fucking duped, bro. Like, we've been listening to music since we was teenagers telling us fuck.
We've been indoctrinated by the music. But you know what? Niggas, deeper conversation. We don't gotta. What I'm saying is though, it's not even exactly white people. You're a pawn in a greater war that you ain't got nothing to do with. You're a pawn in a greater war.
That's why I say I don't give a fuck about it. I understand that. So I'm gonna get my piece of this pie that's out here, and I'm gonna keep it pushing.
Yeah.
Because in all the kids and all the people around me directly, if I can impact a few of their lives, nigga, I'm good. I could die happy. I've done enough in my life today where I could die fucking happy. Because my kids are gonna be straight. My kids, they going in the fields that they've worked in. I'm watching them grow. So It's nothing that nobody can do to stop me. And I talked to some older folks the other day, right? I got into an argument with a dude. That's why I don't like to talk about this shit. I can talk to you because, we thinkers. But I had a guy tell me, if you don't vote, that's a vote for Trump. And I looked him dead in his eyes and said, okay, I don't give a fuck about Trump.
You better than me. I'd have been like, well, Trump.
Well, I ain't gonna go back and forth. I'm not gonna go back and forth with a nigga because I don't think either one of them can save us. Like we our own saviors, man. And I think once we realize that.
Here's the thing. I think we both agree. I don't want to be saved.
Yeah.
I'm a middle class man with a family that wants decent gas prices, decent grocery prices, and I just want to be able to live. It doesn't have nothing to do with me being black.
And that's most of America. That's most of America.
Like, bro, I don't want you to give me shit. My bills, I'm gonna pay them. Just goddamn, keep these people from price gouging us.
So objectively looking in at it, at the political scene, what you saying is this is why the Trump phenomenon just fucking happened like that, because that's what all his constituents are talking about. And but we're blinded. We're blinded by his rhetoric, but we forgot that nigga had a roast that Snoop Dogg was at before he ran for president.
My nigga, he don't even got no rhetoric. You can't find a clip that can show me that Trump said anything negative about black folks or any minority for real. You can't.
I mean, that's subjective. He's a New York asshole. That's what it is. That's how they talk.
So yeah, he's an asshole. I mean, we all assholes.
Yeah, I'm an asshole. That's why I understand. That's why it don't bother me. I talk shit about everybody.
You can't find me one clip where Trump is like, "Yo, fuck black people." This is it. You can't find it.
Well, like you said, they're gonna go. You go back to the park. But even after the Central Park 5, he was in black culture up until 2008, bro. 2012.
The Central Park 5 admitted to the shit on camera.
Yeah, I don't want to get into all that, but yeah, I hear you.
Just hear me out. I'm listening. Trump was involved in the NYPD quote unquote scandal to lock these nobody ass niggas up.
Yeah.
You think Trump was involved in that?
You think Trump wasn't going for that?
I said, you think Trump was involved in that?
Man, I don't fucking know, nigga. I don't care. I don't care.
He like, man, fuck these scumbags. They admitted to it. Give them the chair. They raped the innocent woman in the park. Fuck them.
I can't get with locking niggas up no kind of way.
Bro, I say lock it, bro. Niggas, come on, let's stop this, man. Stop this, man.
Hey, I'm in the country, living good.
I feel you, but I'm still
you
in
need to bring your ass down here too one day, man.
For sure. But niggas, I just said earlier in the show, yo, niggas just shot up the motherfucking joint on 22nd in Alabama, right by 7D.
Oh shit, look. Man, I can tell you one thing that I don't miss. I don't miss having to look over my shoulders when I'm in certain places. Like I don't miss that.
I mean, why are you in them places though? Hold on.
It's not even in them places.
I don't shine shoes anymore.
I got family everywhere throughout the city. I got family over there. I got family everywhere in this fucking city, in that city. But so if I'm going to go see a cousin or something over there that lived on 23rd, then what the fuck? I could just be outside with my daughters. That's what I'm saying. I don't miss being in those places just by who I know.
If I got family in Southeast, you gotta come. I'm not coming in.
No, it don't matter. I got family uptown and shit. Like,
I might not come uptown either.
You can be anywhere. I'm saying. My point is, nigga. I don't miss being around that type of energy, motherfucker. I'm saying like how you said, somebody just shot up the shit next to 2nd D. Like that shit, it happens. You got street shit everywhere you go, but it's not everywhere you go. It ain't like that. Like you got 500. I know people that live literally 5 minutes from there that work in the fire department doing real good shit in the community, and that shit happened a block away from their house.
Yeah, they're risking their lives every day. They're fools.
That's what I'm saying. So it's not like that here. So, but man, it's just another
living in your life, bro. I'm not mad at you, dog. I'm an observant hater from afar. Cause I'm here. Don't get me wrong, I'm not in the heat of it, but like I'm here, bro.
I tell you what though, I miss niggas though. I do miss that grit. I probably come back and be green as a motherfucker right now.
Bro, I wouldn't let you do it. I wouldn't let you do it.
So you wouldn't let me do it?
Not worth it. It's nothing here.
Yeah, I still follow hood DMV Hoods and News and Kill Mo.
Oh,
and every
yeah.
time that shit come across my timeline, I be like, damn, I'm out of that shit.
Don't shine shoes anymore.
Good niggas.
Exactly.
Good niggas, man. But yeah, bro. I mean, listen.
But
man.
nah, man, I ain't gonna hold you, bro. Life is good, man, and hey, keep doing what you're doing because you was talking this shit before Charleston White got famous. So hey, man.
Nah, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not doing that. You're not about to with Charleston White. I don't want that smoke.
No, I'm just saying. You similar.
That nigga, he can be that nigga.
You similar.
I just want to be. No, I'm in my own lane.
But
no, you know what though? You
now
know
you're
I.
on your own lane. You in your own lane, and we need other voices than the same shit. Like that's why I respect what you're doing. Like I tell you all the time, that mirror is a motherfucker. Niggas don't want to see the mirror. So, man, sometimes you gotta slap a motherfucking kid in the mouth in order for him to start respecting his parents. And
I'll tell you this, man. One thing I've realized, like, okay, when I've had to look in the mirror myself, that's just been a motherfucker. But you know what, dog? If you can look at yourself in the mirror and take the fucking criticism and come back out, I'm telling you, it's a better world.
Yo,
we don't even got. I'll tell you one time, and we live, so we don't got. I'm telling you, it's one time. You want just you know niggas that's in the circle. I've had times where all of you niggas have called me out.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just like, you know what? I could be a better person from that.
But no, that's true friendship though. Cause if a nigga just gonna be like, yeah, you good, you've called me out. Man, real men are okay with another man not checking them, but being like, hey, bro, look at yourself. You've checked me. Shit, we both had those moments, and we've had those moments with people in our circle. That's why they respect us. But that's an anomaly in itself too.
Yeah, because but the biggest anomaly is all of us, or at least most of us, was raised by our fathers.
That's the interesting part about our circle. I don't know how that we were like at the end of the day, a lot of the shit that niggas was getting into back in the day when we was younger, when you really look around at all the hood shit that was popping, the niggas was not, they ain't had no men in their life.
Yeah.
We didn't really need that. That's why our families are where our families are and how they are. And I don't even like to act like niggas is better than nobody, but it's just certain energies I don't be around and I won't be around. I don't give a fuck how many people fuck with them or how popular they are. It's just certain shit I personally won't do. And I'm not afraid to walk alone, just like you ain't. So it's like, fuck it.
Like,
fuck it.
I would just say this. One thing I can commend you on is you've never been a baby daddy ass nigga.
A what?
So you've never been a baby daddy ass nigga.
Nah, because when I had my daughters, when I had my daughters changed my whole life. And even though I was fucking 19 with twins, I figured that shit out. Shit, still figuring it out, nigga. But at the end of the day, that's what makes us men. And we also got to be able to stand on our own. That's why if your stance is with Trump, is your stance with Trump, stand on that shit. But
it's not even that my stance is with Trump. Like I'm gonna vote for the nigga. You know why? Because he makes fucking sense. To me, he makes sense. Like I don't understand these emotional ass niggas. Oh man, Trump.
I think that nigga's a stand-up comedian.
I made the most money in my life while Trump was the president.
Yeah, a lot of people did.
And I will stand on that.
Yeah. I'm trying to think if I did. I didn't, I don't think. I think that was the time when I left my job and decided to become an entrepreneur, was spinning around in circles for 2 years.
I mean, that was a personal choice.
It was. It had nothing to do with Trump.
It had nothing to do with Trump.
It had nothing to do with Trump. I'm just saying I ain't had the most money.
I kept my job and became an entrepreneur.
Touche. hey, look, and that's what I'm doing now, nigga.
Hey, look,
until it makes sense, I'm here, nigga. Fuck it.
All I'm saying is, cause listen, man, the gas is crazy, the food is crazy, everything crazy.
Yeah, man. I got good green juice though, so you know.
You got it for sale?
No, I ain't selling juices no more. I'm just consuming them.
Listen to the engine purr. I can't stand this.
I'm just a consumer.
Driving down the clean roads in North Carolina,
I swear to God, these roads are so pretty.
Jesus.
Hey, look, I ain't stopped the traffic one time, and I'm pulling up to the crib right now.
I ain't mad at you, cuz. I ain't mad at you.
But nah, bro, go ahead and keep doing your thing, man. I'm about to pull up to the crib, man. I just want to call
I'm going to continue to end the show. Like, the show was ended, but I said, Dan popped in. It is what it is. I'm going to cut this up and make it its own segment. So
that's it. All right, cool.
All right, bro. Be easy, man.
For sure, man.
Peace. We out.
Motherfuckers in Washington, D.C. telling me Trump ain't about this, Trump ain't about that. My boy BD on fucking Lamb running them. They tell me brother ain't putting in no work. Shut the fuck up. Y'all brothers don't know shit. All y'all motherfuckers talking about Don Trump ain't no hitter, Don Trump ain't this, Don Trump ain't that. Shut the fuck up. Who do you think freed Wheezy? Who do you think freed Kodak? Donald Trump, Big D. We got charges in Georgia and shit. I don't play with a motherfucking Trump like that. Mega, baby. These bitches love Darnie, and they know it. Fuck a with Biden, boy, you gon' get fucked over. Biden and Harris, they gon' change your gender. Kick them out the White House, Harris, we gon' send her. They do it all for Donnie, you boys ain't making no noise. You know that I'm an orange boy, your clique is full of trans boys. God, y'all some they thems, God, y'all some they thems. Mega, yeah, we right, boy, mega, we them white boys. Vote Donnie T. Trump 2024. Running the country straight out of cell block C. I'm facing like 100 years and shit. The only way I'm gonna be free is if I win this shit. Vote.
Now then, did you get chopped and screwed by a competitor who said they were going to hook it up, then went ghost when it was time for your delivery? Here at Gallery Furniture, you know, we stay knocking on doors like Imp C and Little Kiki, and you know when you cop from Gallery Furniture, in 4 hours or less, our delivery team is going to show up and show out because we don't do it for the clout. This is what Gallery Furniture and we are all about. We can't leave you riding dirty on that hand-me-down sofa. We need you to shine so clean with that new from Gallery Furniture. Text me, Mattress Max, your triple OG partner from the north side at 281-844-1963. I'm going to plug you in with $600 off your purchase of $2,000 or more because a real hustler like you got to be living lavish. And if your credit is all up, you know I run it like Chameleonaire and Slim Thugger.
Violent crime is surging in Louisiana. Woke leaders blame the police. I blame the criminals. A mom should not have to look over her shoulder when she's pumping gas. I voted against the early release of violent criminals, and I opposed defunding the police. Look, if you hate cops just because they're cops, the next time you get in trouble, call a crackhead. I'm John Kennedy, and I approve this message.
हरामी गैंग यहाँ फूके सब हरा माल रात वके यहाँ आके राती सबकी लाल चिल्लम का टान मारो बॉम्ब वाला शॉट समर और विंटर हमेशा रहते हॉट लॉन्डियों को भाव नहीं सकती अपना स्वैग बेबी आके कभी देख I'm a black nigger I'm a black nigger रांची के स्ट्रीट से हाथों में बीट है हेडफोन में बीट बजे कागज में गीत लिखे black nigger I'm a black nigger रांची के स्ट्रीट से हाथों में बीट है हेडफोन में बीट बजे कागज में गीत लिखे ब्लैक निगर I'm a black nigger जिगरी जो यार है चाहे तो चार है सब वफादार यहाँ फाड़ देते गाड़ है उंगली करे कोई हमें उंगली उनकी तोड़ दे दूर रहता उनसे जो लोग मतलब में मुंह मोड़ दे भाई पगला गया गाना मेरा सुन वो भी बोले मेरा भाई I'm a black nigger I'm a black nigger रांची के स्ट्रीट से हाथों में बीट है हेडफोन में बीट बजे कागज में गीत लिखे ब्लैक निगर I'm a black nigger रांची के स्ट्रीट से हाथों में बीट है हेडफोन में बीट बजे कागज में गीत लिखे ब्लैक निगर I'm a black nigger रस्ते पे मैटर है लेते हम क्या करे टॉमी करे बाकी यहाँ बैठा एक रैकर है सांप पर जगह धोखा देते साथ रह करे साथ देखो माया मेरे पागल सा रैपर पैसे नहीं पास में आए होते घास में लगते हैं प्यास I'm a black nigger I'm a black nigger खत्म